You can start if you want to. It's fine.
Do they even have a judge?
What should I do? Okay.
We can just kind of like
Well,
go
this
top
is
to
a
start
weird
top.
topic, right?
You
This is
know.
a weird topic because I already did this, but I can't think of an argument right now, though. Okay, so uh, let's just do this. Are you fine with Shanks over Roger and Prime Whitebeard?
No, I think it's actually weaker.
Wait,
Doesn't.
who's weaker?
Yeah, I think Oda just outright says he's weaker too.
Oh, we can get into that, but I think since they are the strongest rivals, that would lead us to the conclusion that they're stronger than both Roger and Whitebeard since they're both rivals.
Hmm.
Okay, so do you have any contentions?
Yeah. So, I think strongest rivals is just referring to like what you call it, how fierce rivalry was. We know Roger and Whitebeard, sure they were rivals, but they didn't fight as much as Mihawk and Shanks was. They fought many times, and for way longer than fucking Shanks and not Shanks, Whitebeard and Rogers did. So I think it's just describing like how their rivalry was portrayed as opposed to their actual power.
Okay. Well, what's your basis for it being how close the rival is? Because how the world's strongest is used in One Piece, like in statements like this, it's just more consistent for it to be like individual combat prowess. And also, I can get into like how, just pure syntax speaking, I don't think your interpretation like makes a lot of sense, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, so I can base it easily off of like the one interaction where what you call
Wait,
it,
can you
Mihawk.
repeat that?
I said I can easily give a basis where with when Mihawk comes to, I think it was Shanks or me. I think Mihawk came to Shanks, um, and Shanks literally off of that alone just started the fight like and rekindled their past. Right, we're talking about something like you get the whole fucking raw ass or talking about something like, yo, I don't want to fight you. Like I'm not in the mood today, Hawkeye. And Hawkeye's like, yo, I'm not fighting no one arm has been. So it's clear that like despite being quote unquote good friends where they can drink a lot, that tension is still there to where it's like it's on fucking sight if it ever gets serious. So I do
Okay.
think that's a blatant occasion showing casing that their rivalry was just fucking serious as shit.
Okay, so one, that's not what I asked you. I asked you for the basis for the statement itself, how you interpret it.
Yeah, and I gave you
Two,
a
real,
prime
and
example in the
two,
series.
just to respond to this thing.
Like
Sorry,
what? That's really a quote. What the hell?
what? No, can you
I
repeat that?
said you asked me for a basis, and I gave you a basis with interaction.
No, you gave a basis for their rivalry being allegedly closer than Roger and Whitebeard. That's not what I asked you. I asked you for
That's
why
not
you
that's not
interpret
what
the
I argued.
syntax of the
I
skin.
argued that the rivalry was much fierce. That's why it's considered the strongest one.
No, the rivalry
It
can be
has much
fiercer,
more.
but that's not
They have
like
much
that
more
doesn't
animosity
necessarily
than
like what the
Roger
skin is gonna
Roger and
say,
Whitebeard.
right? I'm
What
gonna
was it?
argue that the skin is like in reference to like pure power, right? You're saying it's so
Yeah,
close. I'm
yeah. You
just
can
asking for
argue
your
that.
base.
You can argue that, but I'm arguing based off just some. I don't think it's particularly based off power. I think it's based off the fact that the animosity, how they felt to each other during the battle. And you want to talk about power? We directly see Shank go use full power against old Whitebeard, who's weaker than his prime.
What the flip? Okay, we can get into that as well.
All right, I'll
Wait, it
just
was
post the
like
skin actually.
strength
Yo,
uses
I just post
just
the skin.
against old Whitebeard. No, because you're gonna say that that's just the basis for actually, you know what? Whatever, I'll get into it later. So we can get into the fucking thing, right? So uh so what's this skin? You said he went full power against old Whitebeard?
Yeah,
Okay. So do you think Whitebeard went full power?
I think it's irrelevant. I think regardless if you think Whitebeard won full power or not, he's weaker than his prime.
No, I don't think he's weaker. I think it's he stated directly to be as strong. And I think he would be even stronger in his prime due to gaining more like skill and experience.
You're insane, bro. Like it's consistent that One Piece characters when they're old gets weaker. We got Rayleigh who says it. Garp who says it. Fucking that one nigga who took drugs to get back in his prime self when he's old. Ken Zhao is directly weaker than his old self. He lost to Luffy. Like oh my god. Like
Okay. So yeah, for all these statements, since there's like a direct author statement, even two author statements directly in reference to Weibert to say that he didn't lose strength. I'm just gonna interpret these scans that you're referencing, even though I didn't hear all of them. You can send all of them. I'm gonna interpret them in a non-contradictory way. So I'm just gonna say that these are in reference to possibly skill, mental strength, whatever the fuck, right? Not physical strength.
uh,
Because your thing would entail a contradiction. You're
what
going to be
the
assuming
fuck?
contradiction to an author statement.
You said mental strength. physical strength. What are we talking about? What skins are you referring to?
I said, you're gonna be like saying that my shit is contradicting. I'm gonna say your shit would be assuming that, like, assuming contradiction in my scans. So I'm gonna interpret your scans uh with a different denotation of weaker. So I'm gonna say like skill, for example. In the Garp thing, it just says
That wouldn't
that
be weaker.
the
That skill,
cannonballs.
skill.
No, I think
That's
it
not
would be
right.
weaker, right?
No. I'm saying like you can't weaker does not apply to skill.
Wait, so you think your skill can get weaker?
No, by definition it can't. Weaker does by definition it can't. Weaker cannot is not it's not that.
Why? No, so
Okay,
so
it's not.
again, like I
Explain
asked
this.
you, do you think
Explain this.
skill can get weaker? You said weaker doesn't apply to skill. Why? You need an
Why?
argument for that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. If you look up the definition
Okay,
and how
calm your
the word
titties, nigga. Damn.
what what the fuck?
Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, if you look up the definition of how the words are used, they do not correlate. They do not correlate. Weaker is talking about either the lacking of power or performance of a physically demanding task of physical strength. Okay, that has nothing to do with skill.
Lacking the power to perform. Dude, okay, so you think it can denotate? That's just the colloquial
No,
definition, like
I'm reading
reference
out
to like
definitions.
how it's generally gonna use, right? No, it's the definition, right? So
Yeah.
just in general, how it's gonna be used. But when it's in denotation to something else, which is like when I'm gonna attribute it to, it can be like take on that attribute. So it doesn't necessarily have to like
What
be
attribute?
consistent with that.
Where's
So
the
with
definition talking
skill,
about?
for example, we would say that
No, I'm saying what
lacking
attribute?
the fucking
What
skill
definition?
to perform physically
What I'm
demanding
saying?
acts.
What definition
So it's just
attributes to
gonna
attribute?
thing gonna get weaker.
Oh my
What?
God, Gyro, I'm asking you, what definition appeals to attribute?
The same, the one you did. What? Are you autistic?
No, I'm gonna screenshot every definition. Every definition I'm seeing
I'm on the
is talking
definition
about.
page right now. Like, it does
Yeah,
not have to
post
be
it,
mutually exclusive.
post it,
Posted? Sure.
post.
What?
Yeah, I don't see no definitions that talk about attributes. I was always talking about
No, I
type of
said does
power.
it have to like take on that specific wording of the definition. I think it could like denotate to something else as well. Like, I don't think it has to be like solid all the
Well,
time.
okay. Or you're using the word wrong is better word or is a different word for that. The word you could be using is rusty or lacking. You know, they lack skill. They're
Rusty,
rusty.
why? I mean,
Rusty.
they could be like what?
All right, let me
Why?
look at definition of rusty for
You
you.
think they're gonna fit more than weaker because weaker is a like more understandable word. It's more commonly used word. I think for the author it would make like sense for him to use
Rusty
that.
by definition, in part by lack of recent practice. What the fuck are we talking about? Like
I mean,
you
it could
lost
be
me.
used. I just gave an argument for how weaker would be used, so we
Yeah,
can move
but
on.
you
We can move
argued
on.
that
We
weaker
can move
is
on. We can
better.
move on.
I'm
We can
telling
move
you that's
on.
not true because rusty by definition is literally what you're talking about. So that can't be true at all.
Yeah, but I just like explain how weaker could also be in reference to that. Then how
No,
it's
I
gonna be more
disagree because
like
every
commonly
definition
understood
you
as that as well. So it's gonna be easier to
I disagree.
understand. So like
I
weaker could
disagree.
be used more.
Every definition of weaker that you
You
are
can
going
disagree,
down.
nigga. I don't care. I gave you an argument.
Yeah,
We can move on.
my disagreement is based on every definition of weaker. It's always talking about power, not attributes. The power of like
That's
social
just a
power,
general definition. It
political
can go
power.
like more in
Okay,
detail. I don't care.
or or
What?
there's no definition that tells you that. It's a different word. Like that's all
Okay,
it is.
so Georgian, do you think your I don't know, do you think your dig game can get weaker?
Uh, I you can if you're talking about thrusting. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a skill thing, right? So weaker
No,
as the word can be attributed to a skill. So
I
as
said
a skill,
power.
throwing cannonballs is a skill. Weaker will be can and will be attributed based on the argument I gave before. So again, we can move on.
You're insane. You just didn't hear me. I said thrusting power, bro. Like so.
Thrust, yeah, that's skill. I don't care. The
No,
fuck?
that's thrusting power. Are you stupid?
No, you said thrusting. You didn't say thrusting
Yes,
power.
I did say thrusting power. It's in the recording.
You're clarifying it now. I don't care.
I did clarify. I
But
said thrusting. I
okay,
did.
so I mean that's not what you said initially. So I think you're
I
kind
did.
of hedging.
It's
But
in recording. Bro. It's in
let's just
recording.
say that okay, it is. Do you think your thrusting can get weaker?
If you're talking about in the sense of skill, no, I think you'd be rusty.
So like you can't like when you're giving her that dick, you can't be like weaker on the walls. You can't be like less circular on that shit. Like you
Again,
can't
if
like
you're talking about
give her
motion,
that
that's
belly. You can't do
skill.
that. You can do that like
Yes,
worse.
referring to skill. So you'd be used rusty, not weaker.
No, okay, dude, you're going circular. I'm like, dude, what? No, you can say that this thing would be like more directly applicant, but weaker can be applied as well.
I
And
disagree.
I before again, I said how
You're appealing to
it would be more likely applied. What?
I disagree because you're appealing stuff that's not there,
You
bro.
can disagree, nigga. I don't give a fuck. We can move on. Can someone like first conclude this something like what?
Who's the judge?
This nigga is not real. Wait, no, we don't have a judge, but like, wait, do we just like move on? Like, presuppose I won because okay, actually, yeah, presuppose I won because it's my skill.
Uh, I mean, sure, you can finish the spelling, but yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So, uh, okay, so Wyber didn't necessarily get weaker with old age, and he probably even got stronger because he got more like skill and stuff. So Shanks, like, I don't think Shanks like used his full power. I think he would have to prove that. But even then, uh, him clashing and showing like relativity to a full power old Wyber, who's gonna be as strong as Prime Wyber, who's like as maybe even stronger, like I said, than Prime Wyber, right? He's gonna be stronger than Odin because of that. Shanks.
Okay, that's what's telling, and I think I've already attacked it.
Okay, buddy. Well, I just scale like even by your admission, like you tried to say that he, went like clash against like a weaker Wybeard than fucking Prime Wybeard, right? If he's not a weaker Wybeard, then my scaling like would go through because Odin is weaker than Prime Wybeard.
Yeah, I don't think you're spelling through though, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, you want to scale because like you know.
Yeah, I can scale. I can scale. So yeah, so Olga just directly says that. Here, I'm gonna show you. Olga says that like Shanks and Riley, who's who's blatantly below Roger, and Whitebeard. He's the first commander. He's not the power captain. He's consistent. Yeah, first commanders are weaker than their captains.
Wait,
All
sorry,
that
bro,
stuff.
you're mumbling. Unironically, sorry. Can you feed
I
that? I'm
said,
sorry.
I said Shanks is confirmed to be equal to Rayleigh by Oda. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, is it the Conqueror's hockey statement?
Yes.
Wait, can you send that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Also, I don't like. Uh, yeah, okay, whatever. Let's just attack that. And how does Odin connect to that?
Okay. The reason why it connects is quite simple. Um, Odin is capable of taking on Prime Roger, um, uh, pricks, take his hits, all that stuff. Um, Roger
Not really.
literally,
He got one shot.
he didn't get one shot. Like he literally didn't get one shot.
What?
He got right back up. By the way.
No. He was like Roger. Wait, no. Because can you send me the fucking panels of your friend? Because the manga I read, the guy Odin got fucking like rape death. Like it's bad. Holy shit.
Here. Looking for
Yeah.
pieces again.
Whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so it's like they were exact same situation as Luffy could possibly manage up 100,000. Well, manage up. Wait, do you think like I'll just ask you this? Do you think either of them capped at that?
Yeah, I do think they capped it. I think it's supposed to be like an extreme diff thing.
Why? It just
Why?
says that
Okay.
it just provides
So
like a arbitrary number that they could like handle.
arbitrary. Um, so I'm gonna read it out to you, okay? And I'm break it down to you as I read it out. It says, so Luffy defeated Disney members with his hockey. How many Shanks knock out? Okay. Um,
Yeah.
Oda explains how you compare it unless it's the same situation. Okay. So Oda
Wait,
uses
can you repeat that one? Can you repeat that one?
Oda says you can't compare hockey unless it's in the same situation.
Can't compare hockey to what?
You can't compare hockey unless it's in the same situation. Okay.
Bro, am I tripping, bro? Like, you can't compare
Do you hear
hockey.
me?
Like, you can't compare hockey to what?
Are you stupid?
Dude, like you're mumbling. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm lagging or you're lagging.
Can't.
Like,
Oda says you cannot compare hockey unless it's in the same situation.
okay, yeah, okay,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
okay,
So
sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue reading. I'm breaking it down. Okay, so
Yeah,
what
sure.
Oda does is uses Shanks and Rayleigh in the same situation to break it down. Okay, so Rayleigh and Shanks could probably manage to knock out up to the 100,000. Now, the reason why I'm telling you that this is probably the most they could do is because Oda says that they could probably manage to do it. Now, if there is doubt, it means
What?
it's a hard feat and it's too close to call. Unless the reason why I'm saying there wouldn't be no doubt, because Oda just would have said that they could just do it easily. Oda's already shown earlier in SBSs, like for example when Nami, when they're actually like who's the smartest person in the series at this point in time, and he had to rank the characters. They just give an outright list of like first, second, third. There is no like maybe one, maybe two, maybe three. Oda has a clear depiction on who's smarter, who's smarter, who's smarter. here it's like I don't know. So it's clearly that this feat is too close to call for these two. So this showcases both of these hockeys being extremely close to a point where the feat is nearly impossible for overkill, but they could still do it in the extreme end. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't necessarily agree with that because this I think Oda would have like some kind of incentive to, or sorry, not even incentive. I think it's just like plausible that Oda would want to keep either Shanks or Old Raider, like I think more Shanks, but whatever. Let's just say both of them sort of ambiguous. So he says that he doesn't make it clear whether like he says maybe they could manage up to 100, maybe like less, maybe more.
What do
Still
you mean
more of like an
ambiguous?
ambiguous thing.
Like their
Yeah. So
strength?
he said like in
We
the
we already
statement,
saw how
if
much
I'm not
we
mistaken, he
already
says
saw
like
Ridley's strength.
yeah, Shanks and Rayleigh could
We already saw
probably
Ridley's strength.
maybe no, excuse me.
No,
So I'm
no.
not.
You know we're
Bruh,
already saw
what?
Ridley's strength in the series, though. Right? We're already told how
Excuse
strong
me.
Ridley is in the series. We're already
Okay,
told
sure.
how strong
No,
Ridley
not
is in
really.
the series.
No, we've shown that
Yes, we
like
are.
he's
Oh,
outshot. No, sorry, excuse me. At
outside of
that point on, no, I don't think I think you're confusing something. We see like his strength, but we don't necessarily see like the full extent of his conquerors
no,
haki
I'm not talking about
or anything like
his
that.
fight against Kizaru. I'm
What's
talking
up?
about we are directly stated how strong he is in his fight in the
Wait,
series. We are
against who?
directly stated.
Against who?
It's not against you. It is just directly stated that Rayleigh is 100 times stronger than the Straw Hat crew. We get a
Okay, that's
clear
just like
depiction.
why that can be a hyperbole.
Okay, the reason why it's not hyperbole is because when that is stated, that is in clear direct comparison to why they shouldn't worry about him fighting Kizaru. Okay, now when Luffy comes back after his time skip and years of training, what does he get? What does he say to Kizaru? I'm 100 times stronger than I used to be. The direct same parallel and distinction that Rayleigh had to why
Uh-huh.
he's good in fighting against Kizaru. That's what happens. He beats up Kizaru. This is a
Wait, so it's
clear
likely that
parallel and
okay.
distinction.
Okay, so you
This
think it's
clear
likely it's not a hyperbole because there's a parallel, John?
parallel consistency and parallel consistency and
Okay,
depiction.
what's the depiction again? I'm kind of missed that part.
The depiction is showcasing the strength between two different fighters.
Yeah, so the Kizaru thing, like if you look at it from just the purely author's perspective, like the initial statement can be still a hyperbole, and they make the same parallel with the
Okay.
hyperbole in mind. Like that's like 100 times stronger. You look at the expression itself. It's like you say it looks cool, it sounds cool. Like it's like oh, it's like a big hype up statement, right? But it's basically for the readers, so kind of like fan service in a way. And then
Yeah, but
Kizar
the
comes in
readers,
and he says,
all
"I'm
the
a
readers
hundred
would
times
get from
stronger."
that.
As the author, you would want to draw that parallel. It doesn't make it not
All the readers would
hyperbolic.
get
It's
from
just a hyperbolic
it.
parallel.
Luffy right now is on par with Rayleigh though. That's all you would get from it.
Wait, what?
All you would get is that Luffy right now is on par with Rayleigh. That's all you would get from it.
Okay, no, not necessarily. It's just like a. Like, I mean,
What?
sure. Why not? Don't care. Why not? Why not? Don't care.
What? You know, if you agree with that, then you directly conceding that means what's gonna call it? Shanks, not Shanks, Rayleigh, who I'm arguing Shanks is equal to, has a direct already established power level in the series that we're
No,
told
it
about.
was like it would be established later, but it's not now. So it
Now,
would be
what?
established with the Kizaru statement when he says like 100 times stronger, whatever. And by the way, just for clearance, I don't even think that's what happened. He said like 1,000 times stronger, but okay.
No, it's no 1,000 times. The girl said really should be fine against Kizaru because he's 100 times stronger than you boys. The
No, the
boys being
second statement, the Kizaru statement.
the Kizaru statement. He says 100 times, and Kizaru, that's what he
Wait,
says.
can you send me that?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, yeah. So like he can be weaker not like 100 times. It's no contradiction.
That makes no sense.
You
Sorry.
can think that. Yeah. So I'm just saying that it doesn't establish a clear parallel for him. Like at the time of the statement was made, like the fucking um the data book or whatever. Or is I think it's an SBS, right? They're gonna establish
Yeah,
it later.
you can literally
So
see
still it does. It
both.
still leaves room for ambiguousness, and it's still plausible as fuck that it's just an ambiguous
I
statement,
don't
right?
know.
It doesn't have to be taken
If the
seriously.
comparison if the comparison is basing them both off of both the pre-time skip straw hats, and then again it's against the same opponent, the opponent being Kizaru who's in question, and they're doing the same thing, beating up Kizaru. They both say to be 100 times stronger than the pre-time skip straw hats. I think it's consistent and showing a direct parallel that this is a established point for where where really is. I'm sorry, but that just is just the case.
Establish. Okay, dude. No. Wait.
Okay.
By the way, did you send the? I mean, I already responded that, right? But let me see the statement. Right. Oh yeah, 100 times stronger. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I already decided that because I said one is it could be hyperbole, and two it doesn't establish
wait.
a full power level to a sense
Let me
where.
interrupt you, Gyro.
No, excuse me.
You're arguing that Oda didn't know how strong or wanted to keep
Oh
ambiguous how
no!
strong
Sorry,
really.
not hyperbole. I meant like ambiguousness, right?
You're
So
right.
yeah,
You're
he
already
did.
ambiguous. But
No,
I'm
excuse me.
telling you, before this SBS
Dog,
came
let me
out, it was
finish.
already
Like,
okay.
come
Go
on.
ahead. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying my stance, right? So, uh, it's like I'm just arguing that the statement you're trying to argue for could like it could be ambiguous. It's still plausible, right? So you're saying it's not plausible because sorry, it's not ambiguous because there was an established parallel for one of the characters and it wasn't established at that time. I said the initial statement you used for a established parallel would be a hyperbole, and the second statement could be just a parallel drawn by the author, which could also be a hyperbole. There's no like contradiction with a parallel hyperbole or hyperbole parallel, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? So that's my argument. I think we can move on.
Yeah. So I disagree. So you keep saying that but Oda didn't have like an intended parallel for Rayleigh establishing the series that when the SBS came out. I think it's wrong because the whole fucking thing about Kizaru and Kizaru not being a threat to Rayleigh happened before the SBS. So I think Oda already had
Being
clear mind.
wait, not being a threat to Rayleigh or what?
Oda
Wait, what? Just can you repeat
the
that? Wait,
100
bro.
times
Sorry, you
stronger
keep
for
flagging out
Rayleigh
for
when
me. I'm
that
sorry.
first the 100 times stronger for Rayleigh when that first came up. That appeared before the SBS statement. So Oda already had a clear idea and plot point for how strong Rayleigh should have been in the series. So I
Bro, you
disagree.
can never prove that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Bro,
The
and
SBS.
also let me just bring
Wait,
something
no,
up real quick.
listen. The
No, no,
SBS
no.
had to have came out after
That's
the
fine. I'm fine with that being after, but like I'm just gonna say that
what?
you
Wait. So
you kind of being confused with how the author sees the
you
story
think
and how he
that
wants the readers to read the
you
story, right?
don't think that this
So if
came
he
before?
wants, excuse me. So
No,
if
you
he's
said
gonna
I
make
can never
the
prove it.
data
No,
books,
no.
bro, this guy
Rewind.
ghetto's in, bro. Like lock in, nigga. Come on.
I don't want
I
to.
don't care about your spurging, nigga. Like come on, lock in.
What? No, I
So
just
like
want
I
to
was
hear. I just
saying,
want to listen. You're chatting nonsense. You're chatting nonsense,
bro, calm your estrogen. Holy shit, bro. What the fuck?
bro. You're
Okay.
chatting nonsense.
so, so like I was saying, right? You seem to be confused with the how like the correlation between how author like wants the reader to read the story and how he writes the story for the reader and how he sees himself. Otherwise,
Bro,
like why doesn't Oda just like write who the Pirate King is right now? The fucking data books are meant to inform the reader about like with the context that we have from the story right now, right? So if for the reader there was an established power level at that time, the data book should follow with that, not like with the author's fucking knowledge of the story that doesn't make any sense for the readers.
okay. So first of all, if the author just outright tells us, like from a character, like, oh, this character is stronger about the series, they don't need a fucking data book for that. It's just stated in the series, okay? So if there's an established power level,
Oh
whether
my
it be
god,
parallel
nigga.
or a direct statement, like saying like, yeah, he's stronger than you. He's like that. The author isn't the data book for that. I'm letting like re-clarify, like, oh yeah, he's stronger, and add like more fucking flavor text. But besides that, like, there's already statements in the fucking series. Like that's retarded for you to say.
No, but that's
Secondly,
in question though. Like the initial
it's not in
statement.
question.
The
Okay,
initial
I
statement
show you
doesn't
a prime
establish a
example.
clear power
I show
level.
you a prime example where it said Arlong used to be equal to Jinbei. You're going to see, right?
What?
If I show you a prime
Arlong
example
Jimmy? How's that
where it
relevant?
stated
I'm sorry.
Arlong used to be equal to Jinbei, you're going to concede, though, right? Right? You're going to
No,
concede the
why would
point.
I do that? The fuck?
You're arguing that only data books can confirm. I'm saying no because it can be written
No,
in the
that's
state.
not what I said at all. What the fuck?
You
No, I'm just
are.
saying
You
that
really are.
the
You are
audiobooks are
arguing.
made for the readers. They're gonna like give more context and build information out
But
on the
more
information
context
that we
for Rayleigh.
have as readers, right? It's not gonna delve in into something that the author only knows. That's my argument. You're
Bro.
not tracking.
That's why
Bro, this
so
is
more context to give
this
flavor
guy,
text.
bro. What the
All
hell?
it's doing is building upon stuff already stated. If
Yo,
not
Gadget,
stated,
I
it's
know you're
wrong.
nervous, but like the tracking issue is
I'm
really
not
coming
nervous. I'm
in.
just telling you you're wrong.
Yeah, we can move on. What the hell?
Okay, bro.
Okay,
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this before we move
okay,
on.
let's just presuppose that you won this point just because I want to see
No,
your
I just
skill.
because some fucking bullshit before we went into this. This 100 times statement came up before the SBS. So Oda already had an idea of how strong really was. So you're wrong here, by the way. All right,
I
you're wrong.
reminded. Oh wait, no, dude. I just talked about that like 10 minutes ago, bro. What the
Yeah,
fuck,
like it's not a data book. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. I swear to God, it's irrelevant.
dude? No, I said that the data book will build on that. It doesn't. It still doesn't establish a clear power level for the
It
reader.
doesn't. We don't need it. We don't need to have a data book. If it's just they just people are equal,
What?
fine. We don't need a data book all the time. You're insane.
Oh my god! I just responded to that like again. Okay, we can move on.
Yeah, you're insane. Okay, we can move
Okay.
on. I think I'm cooking on
Yeah.
this one. So yeah,
Okay. So
so
like,
yeah,
how does that like connect further? Okay, let's say they have like relative conquest hockey. So what's
yeah.
next?
Conference hockey is directly stated to be as strong as you are. It scales in proportion to you. It's only as strong as you are. So if the Congress hockey is comparable, if not equal, that means that old Rayleigh and Shanks are comparable, if not equal. Which also adds into my point of this nigga fucking Shanks being below prime Whitebeard and Roger. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So can you send me the statement for hockey because I want to see it?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, sure. What is it? Like strongest? Okay, no. Okay, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Yo, shout out Noxious Warrior, shout out Vortex, fuck Scat, fuck. Okay, no. Yo, shout out Flames, shout out
Shout
Connor
out to
SpongeBob,
Rob.
shout out 42 Dog. What's up, man? Uh, yo, fuck Flames, by the way. Anyway, shit. Yo, shout out 42 Dog, man.
Gotta find a clear image of it. Here it is. All right. You can see right here where Rayleigh directly says that Conquer's Hawk cannot be trained. It only grows in reference to the user growing in strength. Hopefully, I can fucking save the image. I'll just screenshot next time. Let me just
Okay.
reload the page and screenshot it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of the statement. I just like want to see the wording of it because I don't really remember like that, you know. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, nigga. We don't want to see that, bet.
So here you go.
Oh my god! Holy
There you go, right
shit!
there.
Yeah, let's go. So, this is the power to align the color Supreme King. Most people who would have made a name for themselves possess this power. Control it. You can't train it to be stronger directly. It's a manual steroid. The only way to make it stronger for the user to grow stronger. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, I don't really have like anything wrong with this skin to be honest. So I mean, I think I
Okay.
already attacked your scaling before. So if you have
Well, no,
another,
all this
I
does
know.
directly. All this does is directly add to the fact that like your previous scaling is wrong. Then, if this is the case,
No, because I attacked your previous skin. I don't think they have relative conquerors hockey. So
that's retarded. If like Oda is saying that, oh,
no.
whatever.
I mean, I can actually like, fuck. I can, if you want to, I can actually scale fucking Shanks' conquerors hockey above really if you want.
Which would be from what?
It would be from the statement. Well, I'm not sure if I have it. Like some guy sent me before. It's like saying that Shanks can knock out anyone pretty much with his Conqueror's Haki, which would imply that his spirit is stronger than anyone else's.
Uh, you understand? He just didn't do that though, right?
What's up?
He just didn't do that though, right? You understand that, correct?
He just didn't do that with what?
Okay, so you're using anybody to say like he could one shot people like Rayleigh, right? I'm telling you,
Yeah.
well, he literally just didn't do that in like to Marco, Jozu, and all that stuff. Like I'm pretty sure Marco says like anybody who's considered weak, get off the ship. Like you can't handle this type of hockey type shit.
Okay.
So
Yeah, yeah.
obviously Rayleigh
So
is not weak. That anyone's statement is definitely like hyperbole or referring to father. So yeah, like, I disagree.
okay. So one, the context, I think I'm not really I don't remember, but just to be clear, my sense, I think the context was that Shanks used just enough hockey to knock out like the weak ones. I think it was stated. But I'm not even sure, let's just like roll with your thing. Uh, so Shakespeare just like held back so he doesn't knock out these guys as well. So there's no
Are you
contradiction with that.
okay? So I don't think you can hold back Congress hockey.
Wait, why?
Okay, so we can look at the SBS again. The way it's explained later on in the what we call it in the SBS is what the way Congress hockey is explained is um it's supposed to be like in reference to gauging you in reference to your opponent. It directly puts power against each other and see if they're worthy of fighting you. If they're not worth fighting you,
Wait,
they
what
get knocked
census are
down.
you referencing? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the like the.
The
It's the
SBS,
Rayleigh SBS, right?
yeah, the real SBS. Oda says that what it does is it like compares you to your opponent, and if they're worth fighting, they're not gonna get knocked out. But if they aren't, they get knocked out. So if you're father, knocked out. If you're not father, you're standing up. You're not getting knocked out. So if that is the case, all this means is that it's basically scaling. It's literally just scaling. It's just scaling. You're not getting knocked out. You're scaling somewhat.
Okay. So it's just gonna like it's gonna be as strong as you are, right? But
Yeah, and
what
that
is it
too.
your
Yep.
opponents are? Yeah,
hmm
so like you can still hold back your stats. What about that?
I'm saying that doesn't make sense based off the SBS.
No, because like if you say that your Hawkins hockey is just gonna be as strong as you are, and the only way to like, oh sorry, and even SBS is gonna be like seeing how strong your fucking like opponent is, whatever the fuck, right? Then one your opponent can hold back to, oh sorry, yeah, your opponent can hold back, you can hold back. Like it doesn't if it scales to that, then you should also stay like hold back as well. And you can
Bro,
also choose to knock out. You can like choose
but
to knock out
that's
someone.
circular. Like you're trying to argue like you can hold back strength when that's in question right now. I'm saying that
No, no.
that
You said no. It wasn't question whether you can hold back conquer Saki. You think
yeah,
you can't hold
and
back
you're
in strength?
what you're saying to prove that is by saying, oh, they can hold back. That's literally circular.
No, it's not because
What?
I'm just gonna attack that one thing.
You're saying they can hold back, so it proves hold back conquers. That's basically circular, bro. Let me
No,
tell you
they can't hold back in stats, and that would hold back their conquers. That's not circular.
that. Okay, all right, bro. All right, bro. If you
And
don't see
also,
how like
like, yeah, I
so
just like for the last thing, I just kind of like presuppose that, but I have an argument against it as well. So it'd be kind of like contradicting. You know why?
wow, what's wrong?
Yeah, I just said like 10 seconds ago, right? It's like Rayleigh says that you can choose to not knock out someone.
Where's it at?
Yeah, sure. 1 second. Let me find. Oh shit! Someone can. It's like fucking City Sabaody. Oh yes, probably Sabaody. Wait.
That
Oh,
I just don't
that's a
see that
name
makes
check.
sense because Olga directly says that like you can't knock out somebody depending on how strong they are in comparison to you. Like that doesn't make any sense for you holding back and
Wait, can you feed that?
it's gonna I'll screenshot it.
Yeah, screenshot because like kind of lost here.
Yeah, look at this.
Gyro. Gyro. Yo, Haram was good. My goat, Haram SpongeBob.
Like Oda doesn't mind you, like Oda obviously knows that Luffy was in base, right? All that shit. Gear second. Oda doesn't say, well, he can go gear second and do it. Like Oda just says,
If
like,
Luffy were facing 100% strength, and I'd be able to one what? So
yeah, Oda directly saying that
hold on.
regardless of
Wait,
Luffy's
and what are
form,
you trying to argue of this? Yeah.
Oda's directly saying of Luffy's form, if his conqueror's hockey did not knock them out, he can't do it.
Facing 100, he might be.
Because when Luffy did this feat, he was
Yeah,
in
it's
base
just
form.
I think it's not about like Luffy. It's about how strong his opponents are. Like it's
Oh
just
my god,
according to their
that
will, right?
bro.
It's talking about like no, it just brings up a direct comparison, right? So if he fights 100 like niggas with a certain level of strength, I think it would be even like mental strength, but whatever, he won't be able to knock out. Like it's fine. It's not contradictory.
It does contradict you because all this is saying is that all this is proving is saying regardless of forms, the difference does not change.
What? And wait, I missed the argument for that. I'm sorry.
Okay, Luffy was in base when he did this, correct?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Oda is saying regardless, if he's fighting different people, this wouldn't matter.
Yeah, if he's gonna be in base and he's gonna reference Oda's gonna reference to him in base, then why do you think he's gonna also include higher forms than that? He doesn't
What?
say it's like it doesn't matter if he goes higher. That's not in the statement.
I'm saying that's implicit. That's literally implicit.
But yeah, also I found this scan by the way.
All right, go ahead, post it.
Yeah. 1 second. Uh, hmm. Okay. So yeah, it just directly says that it's in the same scan you used before, right? So you just like kind of been disingenuous here. Really that don't use um don't use too much until you have it fully under your control. You'll end up overwhelming people you don't intend to. So that just tells us that you can actually like control it and hold back.
Yeah, I can tell you why that doesn't contradict me. So you understand the base application of it is like an AOE shockwave, right?
You could use that, sure, but I'm not sure if like base. I don't know how you determine that.
Okay, so when you understand the higher applications of it is infusing it in your attacks, correct? Like punches, swords, guns. You know, that's the high applications, correct? That's what it's tied
People
over
use
to.
that, but like I'm not sure if that's like
That's
the
what
intended
Kaido says.
application.
He says like there's like levels to this shit. Only like the strongest few can infuse people. Can infuse
No,
the
obviously,
strength.
like no, that's what ACOG is, right? That's the higher form, and it's gonna be
Yeah, yeah.
like how
That's
determined
argument.
is like you're gonna be infused like into things. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay. So below that is just having ACOG. And the way ACOG is used by people with just a basic version of it is it makes a fucking domain expansion type of a move that expands and like makes a shock wave. Okay.
Wait, that's ACOG to you? I mean, sure, why not? But no, people just utilize that in a way, right? And in this way, it doesn't mean it's like the base application. Like again, I don't know who determined that.
Part of
What is the
a
base application? Let's just start with that.
base
How do you determine that?
application. I'm saying when the way I'm using it is when you unlock it, that's the very first thing you can do and nothing else. Unless you
What?
train it
You cannot
and then
prove that.
better. That's not true. I can't, okay.
No,
How
because
else?
like Luffy
Wait,
can,
that's
for
not true.
example, no, can't
How
and
else?
wouldn't do, right? It's a different thing, right?
How else?
So you just like don't argue from ignorance
How
here,
else?
but um,
How else is use
so if
conquer?
Luffy is gonna know about this way because he sees people like Rayleigh and Shanks use it before,
No,
he's
no,
gonna think of like that's like the only way to apply it, but doesn't mean it's like the
no, he didn't.
base or
No,
the only way to apply it.
didn't.
It's just
Luffy
people
didn't know.
use it from generation to
Luffy
generation.
didn't know. Luffy didn't know what hockey was for the entire fucking series. Luffy used it subconsciously. He didn't even understand how to use conquer hockey. He used it subconsciously.
That's
What
fine. He
happened?
still saw it being applied before. That's fine.
Okay, I
You're
don't think
saying
he
he
saw it.
doesn't know it, but
I
like
don't
he
think.
can still
I
like
don't think.
kind of. Do you think he can
I
not
don't think
make
he
the
saw it.
connection like
No, listen.
subconsciously?
Gyro, he didn't see it. He didn't
Kind
see
of
it,
like
Gyro.
no, it's like kind of like look. It's kind of like I'll
Luffy,
make an
Luffy
analogy here.
couldn't see hockey.
It's kind
He
of
couldn't
like
see.
using a gun or seeing a gun in
He
movies
couldn't.
before. You know, like
He couldn't
use
see
the gun
hockey.
or don't know what a gun is, but you're
Hockey.
just gonna kind of
See hockey.
like instinctively know how to use a gun,
Luffy
right?
could not see
So it's kind of
hockey.
like the same thing here.
Luffy could not see hockey. Your argument's wrong.
He can feel it. What? And he can see like
Okay.
how it's applied
Okay.
in a way that
Who
how you
used them?
out of your
Name
body.
one person who used them. Who
It's the
used them?
same thing exactly. What?
Who used conquers on him? Who used conquers on him?
He sees like Shanks use Conquerors on the
He can't
sea
see
base.
hockey. He can't see hockey.
He probably feels yes, and then he saw the
No,
fucking
you're jumping. You're jumping.
Rayleigh use
You
it
argued.
on no,
No,
excuse me.
stop
He
fucking
saw
game
it.
banging.
He
Stop
Rayleigh
game
use it
banging.
on the
Okay.
animal.
You argued. You argued. Well, he saw it. I said he can't see hockey pre-time skip. Then you changed it. Well, somebody used it on him. Okay. Who used conquers hockey on him?
We can't.
Now you
He
want to
doesn't.
say, well,
What?
somebody used it.
I
But that
just told you.
jumping. Shanks did not attack Luffy. Shanks couldn't see
That doesn't
conquers hockey.
have to. He can see him like attack other people. That doesn't like matter.
Okay.
What?
He can't see conquers hockey, so how can he see him attack him?
Like by seeing like how the animal reacts, by seeing how
That
like
doesn't
for
prove he
example the
saw conquers.
look Shanks gives it, the fucking shockwave that we agreed
That
to
doesn't
before.
prove he saw
That
conquers
all the
hockey.
things can like imply conquer hockey, and he can subconsciously like see and understand it and use it after. Like that doesn't what
That
you're
makes
saying
no
doesn't make
sense.
sense and doesn't connect.
He doesn't even know what conquers hockey is, despite that. What you're arguing.
Okay, dude, what? I just okay, you don't have to know what it is to use it. What?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just
Oh my
made no okay, Jin, if you're not tracking, I made an argument like with an analogy before. You want me
bro,
to
your
repeat it?
argument revolves around seeing something. It was a gun.
No,
I
you
heard you.
can like okay,
Your
so
argument
let's
was
say
a
the
gun.
gun is
I'm telling
invisible.
you,
You
Luffy
pick up an
couldn't see
invisible gun,
anything.
it doesn't change anything. You're still gonna see
It
how
does,
people pull the trigger,
bro,
cock
bro,
it
bro.
back,
If there's a fucking
how they
ghost, right?
hold it.
No,
It's the
bro. If
same
there's a
exact
fucking
thing.
ghost,
It's like how Shanks is gonna apply Conquer Saki, like and
Gyro,
really how she's gonna apply it. It's
Gyro.
both gonna be seen by Luffy as well.
If there's a ghost, you can't see ghosts. Okay, you cannot see ghosts. If a ghost
But
moves,
they interact with things, yeah. But that's not even an attack. That's not even an attack. This man going
that
to
is
like
an
respond to
attack.
that.
That is a blatant attack. If a
A
ghost
ghost
moves,
is an attack.
what? Okay, so understand you don't do crossverse. You don't understand what you're talking about. So you don't understand
What?
the difference
I
from
do
strong
cross.
all the fictions for how ghosts can interact with things. Okay, so I'm gonna let you be a chatter.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna what I'm saying.
explain it to me. What? I don't
Yeah,
understand how that's. I just said I brought up the distinction, right? Um,
okay, I'm
it's not
telling
going to
you.
be an attack. How are you going to see something and apply something that one is invisible, one two you can't apply it at all? It's like a fucking sentient being. Like
Okay,
it's not an attack. You can't use it
that's
at
why I'm
all.
telling
You
you.
can't know how to use it.
Crossverse.
You don't
You
see
never
it
know
applied
about
to anywhere like a ghost.
you don't know about the different hacks like
Like a how's it goes like fucking like
you
goes
know about
around scares people. Like what are you
like they do.
talking about here?
I'm talking about you not knowing crossverse. So you saying bullshit like, well, you can't see ghosts.
Okay, nice. Let's say I don't know crossfits. That doesn't make your argument true. What the fuck?
It does because what I'm doing is that I'm using the
It
ghost as
does.
an analogy. I'm using the ghost as an analogy to showcase non-physical interaction, non-physical sight,
I
all that
just
stuff.
brought up the relevant distinction. We can move on.
There is no other distinction.
Yes, I did. Bro, wait. So, oh my God, you're not real.
You're
Yeah,
not
the relevant
real. You're
distinction
not
here
real.
is being one is an attack. You can't see it applied. You don't see how it applies. You can't apply it to
What?
yourself. You can't use a ghost. It's
Okay.
like it's a sentient being. It's like presumably you can't interact with it at
If
all.
I use
Conquer's
bleach,
hacking is a thing that you can like yourself apply and you
no.
interact with it in the way where you
No,
actually like
listen.
exert it, right?
I'm telling you right now.
So
Who
you like
who's
you saying you don't know my argument, or you don't know
no
Cosworth, so my argument is correct. Like that's just you understand how like retarded you sound right now.
How the attack forms and comes about is relevant. All that needs to be a factor is the attack and its properties. For
No,
example,
because you're gonna
bleach.
see how. Okay, no, it's not relevant.
No, I'm giving you a blatant example. Bleach. They're fucking spirit. You can't see them unless you can see spirits. Okay,
Okay,
that's
that's
something.
not okay. Again,
Wait,
that's
listen,
not an
Gyro, Gyro,
attack. You
calm
can't
down,
use it.
Calm down, listen. That's why I'm giving you an analogy. Okay, the first example is bleach.
It's
Okay,
not analogous.
if you listen to me, you understand what's analogous. So the first example is bleach, right?
Why is the
It
guy
doesn't
so mad,
spawn.
bro?
Listen, it doesn't spawn from somebody. These are spirits, okay? The second example is Dragon Ball Z. Goku, like fucking Shanks.
Bro, again. So
Shut the
if
and
why are you
listen.
gonna be compared? No, you listen. I listened to the first analogy. You want to get
You
into that, or
didn't.
you want to get into
No,
the
I
second
wasn't.
analogy?
No. Zhao. I was making two different analogies. I'm giving you one analogy, and I'm telling you how they're applied to
Wait,
each
so
other.
DBZ and Bleach is the same series now?
You're retarded. That has to be the case. Like, if you're not tracking, like, you're definitely not tracking.
What this
What I'm
guy?
telling
Oh my god! Wait,
Gyro, all
Ghetto.
I'm
I
trying to tell
literally.
you,
You don't understand how all these things are not analogous. Like I brought up the
Gyro,
thing I'm
listening
referencing. If
to
you're
me,
gonna
this is
see,
not analogous. Stop listening.
my
I'm trying to
things are
argue.
gonna be attack based. It's gonna be like in relation to attacking and like how
All
you
right,
gonna apply the attacking.
Zhao. I want you to do this. If you can answer what I'm arguing, then I'm gonna let you just say that. If you don't answer correctly, I'm gonna call you stupid and just continue on what I was going to say. Go ahead.
Answer what, nigga?
What am I trying to argue with this analogy I'm making?
Yeah, you're making like fucking ghost analogies. So like whatever the fuck. So where it's
You
like
don't
you
even know
can't
what
see
I'm
things.
arguing,
I don't know
bro.
where you're going with there.
You don't even know what I'm arguing. You like literally just gave like a fucking not even a worded down response. You gave like a fucking retard layman's person. Like,
Okay, you can again. The fuck? I just explained how what I'm arguing is not gonna apply to yours. Like,
bro,
how do
you're
you see the
arguing.
like? How do you see the distinction between what you're gonna argue?
Bro, you're
I don't have to know
arguing.
your entire argument.
You do. You do though.
I
Because
do,
if you listen to my
bro.
entire
No,
argument,
I don't.
if you listen to my entire argument, you understand that the difference I'm showcasing is that one starts off as a spirit, the other spawns from a person who can attack spiritually. But that's the only difference. Despite
Okay.
that, they both can attack, see, and just fucking interact on a spiritual level. So I'm saying that
Uh
fucking no
huh.
matter what, regardless if it's a ghost or not a ghost, it doesn't change the fact that we're talking about seeing the attack, not the person.
Okay, so the thing as a regular person in Bleach, you're gonna be able to use the ghost in some way or the Shikigami, whatever they're called.
What? You can't see Shinigami as a regular person.
Okay, so what are we arguing for? Because like the fucking what are like I don't know the goat like the fucking ghouls whatever, and then there's like
Okay,
the guys who exert them, right?
all I'm arguing is that this. You can
Yeah, and
see
I'm
things.
just saying that as a regular person,
You can't see
you
objects.
can't apply them, you can't use them in any way. Obviously, not gonna like
Bro.
see
You
them. That's
can't
that's
see
not the same
objects.
thing because it conquers hockey. Um, it's gonna be an attack like natural to you. It's gonna be something that you're gonna be like familiar with.
You can so I'm saying you can't be familiar with it unless you interact with it or seen it before. Luffy has not interacted with it or saw it. So this is
And he
not the
didn't.
case. It was never used on him or was never
He
him.
didn't. Wait, so
So this is
no,
not
interact,
you can't
no, interact and use on him is not the same thing, because interact, I would argue that him seeing it being applied is an interaction in itself.
okay. Again, I don't think he saw Shanks use it on the fucking sea
It doesn't
giant.
have. Okay, no, he's that's not. I'm not arguing that he saw the fucking attack. He saw the fucking physical fucking conquers like fucking lightnings, whatever.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not arguing about it.
I don't think he saw that. I don't think he saw no fucking part of the Conqueror's hockey.
Exactly, that's not what I'm arguing for. Like, dude, you're fucking like shadow boxing right now.
I'm not shadowboxing. You're arguing it got used on him and he saw it. I'm saying none of that happened. That's what you're arguing. I don't.
Wait, shit. Wait, I think I know a scan. Fuck. Mm. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Wait. No, never mind. Whatever the fuck. I don't care. Whatever. So we can. I think we're kind of going circular here. So I think that was like it for your scaling. If you want to like have another scale or argument, or you want me to bring another argument, I don't think
So
it's necessary though.
Yeah, so my argument is so simple. We see that Kaido puts like despite I debunked that shit, but we see that Kaido puts Odin above Shanks.
It's Oden above Shanks. What? Why?
Here, look. So Power directly asks how high will Luffy's ceiling go, and we get directly get the pictures on the ceilings that he's referencing.
Sure. Like what? Why do you think the fucking height or the fucking like where their position is going to be in reference to power?
Okay, so we know that Garp and Roger are equal. They're on the same footing. Okay, we know that
Wait,
before.
why do you think that's intentional?
Okay, Oda, like I already said, does parallels, does dynamics all the time. So if Oda has wrote already before that Whitebeard and Roger were equal, when a team brings up when they're on a ceiling, how far is your ceiling? What's going to happen is they're going to be depicted on the same level. So the ceiling wouldn't
No, but
be
like you can. You think you
on.
can do that like on accident, or that it's not like really meant to be, but it kind of just worked out. Like you're saying,
The
Oda has
worst
like a
argument
tendency
I've
of
ever
making
heard,
parallels.
Ghetto Jin.
Yeah, so you can't like he has a tendency of like making these parallels, right? I'm fine with that. However, if you can't prove the intention of it to be like a parallel directly, then it holds zero value
Okay.
to me.
So the
Which
parallel
you can't do that, by the way.
the parallel in this case is asking how strong will Luffy become. Okay, so what Oda is doing is giving clear examples of goalposts that Luffy needs to reach. Okay, we already know Oda has already had these goalposts established with not Garp, fucking Roger and Whitebeard, where they were equal goalposts. So what's going to happen when both of them are brought up in the same sentence? They're going to be shown to be equal, same
That's
level.
gonna
It's going to be
presuppose the
drawn.
intention again. Like
That's
that doesn't attack my
this is
skepticism at
basic
all.
comprehension. This is basic
That's gonna
understanding.
no basic reading comprehension, just like begging the question, I guess. But yeah,
Okay,
so
bro.
again, you're just gonna go circular.
That's not circular. That's like so simple to understand.
No, it's not because no. My
It's not
skepticism is
simple.
simple to understand. Actually, I get what you're trying to argue for, but like I said, you're gonna be presupposing some things, and I have a problem with that. You're not gonna be able to prove that. You're just giving
I
a
already
fucking
gave
argument
you
why
what
it
they
would
found
be
out.
like a fucking parallel. I'm fine with it being a parallel. I don't care about like I don't care about it being a parallel. I'm just saying, was it done intentionally?
I think it was the intention. I think what happened is that Oda is putting himself in Kaido's shoes. Okay, where we're some good candidates to put as the peak of their tier, peak section. Okay, so we got the tippity top section. We got Prime Roger and we got Whitebeard right before he got sick. They're comfortable. You know, that's post the Rocks era where everybody were like nearing their prime or posting their prime.
My
You know,
nigga,
so what? What? What?
you can move on. I think you're like you just completely missing the point here. Like
I'm not
I
missing
see
the
what
point.
you're trying to argue for. Like I actually like the argument, but
You're arguing that
unironic, you cannot make that
you're
shit
arguing
like
that like oh
be intentional.
I'm like trying to I'm doing hate can type shit. I don't. This is like something that happens on purpose. I'm saying no. This panel
No,
is
oh my
blatantly
god,
clear what it's supposed to represent. This is Kaido literally saying how strong will Luffy become. Oda has already
that's
given
fine. That's
okay
there could
wait
be a parallel made. I
Oda,
don't care. It doesn't have to
Oda
be
has
like
already
intentional.
Oda has already given us examples for how strong these characters are, but no like direct, consistent, like every way possible. Okay, we get a clear depiction. So what Oda's doing, okay, let's put stuff right now. All right, I already said that Whitebeard and Roger equal. So what's going to happen? They're going to be at the top equal. Okay, okay. Next we have Odin. We know Odin went through his 1 year fucking voyage. He was beating up niggas. Um, he was taking hits from Odin and Whitebeard. Fucking this nigga Roger thought he was cold. All that shit. At post the Rocks era, he's like, yeah, I need that nigga. He was beating like all that shit. Okay. Then we got the Rocks who before the fucking post that Rocks is basically the strongest at the time. Then nigga had fucking Kaido, a young Kaido, young Big Mom, young Whitebeard on his crew talking about something. I'm him. So Rocks is dangerous as shit, you know. And then we got the person that he fought previously, Shanks,
Okay.
right? Shanks impressed him a bit, but Shanks never scarred him. It still stated Odin was the only person with soul who scarred that nigga for fucking life, all that shit. So it's like it's blatantly consistent how Old is just looking at this shit and just down.
Okay, so I can bring up like fucking like a billion contradictions with this, but uh okay, you can like let's say even like it makes sense within the story, which I don't think it does. Like especially the rocks and Odin part, because whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter now. it can make sense within the story, but like I said, you can't prove that it was done intentionally. It can make sense, but like it doesn't mean Oda like intended it for like to make sense like that. It could be just like completely random. So
I don't think it's completely random. If the statement in question is ceilings are supposed to be heights. Obviously, a ceiling that's higher than
okay,
every
dog, we just went over that. No, we can move on.
that's not that's okay, bro.
Come
That's
on,
basic.
dude, lock in,
Look. Besides the argument, that's just basic fucking definitions in linguistics. By the way, that's all I gotta say.
dude. Like you're so like this is so circular. That's in
No,
question.
no, 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 no. What happened
Oh my
that we're
god,
earlier was like I was arguing the mindset of older how I'm gonna draw and depict these things.
you're
Now
not
we're talking
serious,
with
nigga.
linguistics.
You're not
I brought
serious.
linguistics just now, but that's all. That's it.
Bro,
Move on if you want to.
No, okay. Dude, I can scale now. This is not good, bro. Okay. Okay. So I can scale. Um shit, what should I say? I mean, okay. So I can just say this. Uh so are you aware that Shanks is like relative to the animals?
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. And I kind of just like know the fuck out of Whitebeard. That's my English word.
That's cool. I think that's cool. Cool.
Okay. So I kind of stronger than an old Whitebeard.
That's fine. I don't really care.
Okay, you're just being too generous right now. That's kind of fishy. Okay, but okay, and all Wyvern scales to all Wyvern scales to his prime self, the scale above Odin.
I disagree. Disagree. I think it's like very much a lot of evidence that supports that old characters get weaker. I already referenced earlier in the debate where that one nigga with a jacket and some drugs was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take this get back to my prime body self." I referenced Chinjao, who was like boxing at prime Roger. Nigga was he lost to fucking Luffy basically pre started post time skip Luffy. So Chinjao is dumb. He's fucking ass. We got fucking Garp who just directly says he got weaker twice. He got the post time skip one where it's like, wow, how did I get so weak? The pre time skip ones where he just
Okay,
says he's
but
less.
yo, Gerajin, we kind of like went over that. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah,
we got
just
like we
telling
went
you.
over that before. Yeah. So you already know my contentions with this. So I'll just present a different link to this. Um, shit. One sec. So let's just say old Whitebeard. What does that scale? Fuck. uh, fuck. I don't know. I don't even know what that should scale. I think. I mean, if we don't want to go over that again, then I think we could literally just like end the debate here. I'm not gonna lie because we went over like 3 arguments.
All right, that's cool.
All right, good debate, bro.
Yeah. Yo, Nox's Warrior. This is like basic breaking down steps. So it's like this, right? If Roger wasn't stronger than Rocks, okay, that means that the statement during the chapter one where it's that Roger achieved all power, wealth, and fame means he directly got stronger after that. Okay, it's like very simple.
Is this the worst debate I've ever listened to?
Okay,
I've heard it worse.
I'm gonna tell you why he didn't achieve it. I'm gonna tell you why it means he achieved after post rally. So Rocks literally was going against. For one, he wasn't declared Power King until after the whole Rocks incident. So that already supports him not achieving all that shit. Secondly, Rocks and other emperors had like control of like terror. It's like all that warfare. Like they had control of all that shit. And then Rocks like, yo, I'm just gonna get everybody on my side. I'm gonna become that whole really fighting to become Power King, basically. So like, I don't know, bro. I don't think it's an issue to say that they surpassed fucking Rocks. If you look at like how how people evolve in the series, it's like they go against stronger threats, whether it be in a group or singular, and just get on stronger. Like I don't know, bro. If combat makes people stronger, bro, they surpass people along the way.
Ghetto, Jin, you trying to hook me up with a perk, nigga?
If you come to my state, yeah.
I would say, where you at, Jen?
Yeah. Not because I'm cool with that. I think Z-Beck was considered the most formidable opponent because of the situation Roger was in. He had to team up with a different crew to fight around his level, and two keep up with him. Like come on, bro. Of course he needed help. Like his crew alone is not taking on basically it's literally just 4 crews combined with Rock's crew. Like what are we talking about? Like he needs help. Of course he needs enough from his Navy. Yeah, I think he's considered the strongest adversary because he's the most formidable opponent Roger's ever.
Are we still debating? Like, what's happening?
No, I'm talking to Knox Warrior.
Yeah, it was a pretty trash debate, honestly. Ghetto Jin, like, he was toying with him.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, Ghetto Jin might have low diff. I'm not gonna lie.
They're
Yeah.
like
Low to mid at best, you know.
Yo.
It wasn't
Perfect circle is mathematically impossible to
kissing and
create. So if
missing
you
it,
make a
bro.
circular argument, your argument is better. Think about it, nigga.
Yo, who trying to run a topic?
Yo, what?
Also, why is the bot still here?
Tanji's Alchemy trying to run a topic.
JJK, nigga.
AJ,
I'm really cooking JJK inverse. Like y'all niggas can't handle me because y'all niggas names ain't Nathaniel.
Nah, I'm gonna just keep it simple.